Hello guys! Welcome to Lesson 30, Grammar Explanation. Make sure to watch the Lesson 30 vocabulary video so that you will understand the words that we will use for today's lesson. So let's get started.
じゃあ先生、ハサミを貸していただけませんか？
いいですよ。ハサミは引き出しにしまってあります。
ありがとうございます。
使ったら戻しておいてくださいね。
はい、わかりました。失礼します。
Our topics for today are verb te arimasu, verb te okimasu, mada plus affirmative sentence, toka, and particle plus mo. Grammar point number 1, verb te arimasu. Verb te arimasu indicates a continuing state resulting from a purposeful action. Transitive verbs are used for this. So first of all, remember, we will use transitive verbs. Transitive verbs. So transitive verbs must have an object. Object, particle, o transitive verb. So the pattern will be number 1, noun ni or place ni. Noun tuga, verb te arimasu. So let's read example number 1. Tsukue no ue ni memo ga oite arimasu. Tsukue no ue ni memo ga oite arimasu. Tsukue no ue ni memo ga oite arimasu. This is the same with our previous lessons. The place ni object ga arimasu means that the object is in a certain place. So the place of existence particle ni for the verb arimasu. So the place of existence is tsukue no ue. Tsukue means desk, on top of the desk, particle ni. Memo ga, a note. Oite arimasu. Oite arimasu. From the verb okimasu, to put, okimasu. Then the te form of the verb plus arimasu, oite arimasu. Now the transitive verb in this sentence is the verb okimasu. If we say memo o okimasu, to put a note, memo o okimasu. Now to say that there is a note or someone put a note on top of the desk, we will use this sentence pattern. Place ni, object ga, verb te arimasu. There's a note that is put on top of the desk, or someone has put a note on top of the desk. Example number 2, Karenda ni kongetsu no yotei ga kaite arimasu. Karenda ni kongetsu no yotei ga kaite arimasu. So this is from the verb kakimasu. Kongetsu no yotei o kakimasu, to write this month's schedule. Now to say that on the calendar there is a written schedule for this month, or on the calendar this month's schedule is written. Karenda ni, this is the place of existence. Karenda ni, on the calendar. Kongetsu no yotei, this month's schedule, particle ga, from particle o to particle ga. Kaite arimasu. So to make it simple, this sentence pattern states that. So once again, from the example number 1, memo ga oite arimasu, there is a note that has been put on top of the desk. And example number 2, yotei ga kaite arimasu, there's a schedule written on the calendar. Now the other pattern for the verb te arimasu, the noun tuwa, noun 1 ni, verb te arimasu. So compared to our previous sentence pattern, the noun 1 ni, noun 2 ga, verb te arimasu. And this time, the noun tuwa, noun 1 ni, verb te arimasu. The first pattern was focusing on the place of existence. In this place, there is something, or in this place, there is something that has been put by someone. And this pattern number 2, the object is put on top of the desk. So this pattern number 2 is focusing more on the object itself to state where it is located or where it is put. So let's read example number 3. So noun 2 is taken as the topic. It is indicated by the particle wa. So let's read example number 3. Memo wa doko desu ka? So someone asked, where is the note? Memo wa doko desu ka? Then someone replied, memo wa. So the memo wa is inside the bracket because you can omit the memo wa because it's already implied in the question, in the first sentence. No need to repeat when answering. Okay? Memo wa or tsukue no ue ni oite arimasu. The note, so it's focusing on the note. The subject is the note. The note, memo wa tsukue no ue ni oite arimasu, is put on top of the desk. Example number 4. Kongetsu no yotei wa kalenda ni kaite arimasu. So kongetsu no yotei particle wa focusing on this month's schedule. So the subject is this month's schedule, particle wa. Kalenda ni kaite arimasu is written on the calendar. Now let's compare the previous lesson sentence pattern, the verb teimasu, and today's lesson, the verb tearimasu. These two sentence patterns illustrates the current situation or the current state of something. So let's compare these two sentences. Example number 5. Mado ga shimatte imasu. Mado ga shimatte imasu. The verb in this sentence is an intransitive verb. Intransitive verb. So mado particle ga shimatte imasu. It means that the window, currently the state of the window is open. Now example number 6. Mado ga shimete arimasu. Mado ga shimete arimasu. This verb is from the verb shimemasu. This is a transitive verb. So for example, we say mado o shimemasu to close the window. So it will use the particle o. It's a transitive verb. So someone will do the action. An example number 5, the verb shimarimasu means to close. It's an intransitive verb. It means that on its own, the window will close without someone doing an action. So example number 6, mado ga shimete arimasu. From the particle o, we will use the particle ga. This is because of the verb arimasu. Arimasu. Okay? Mado ga shimete arimasu. It means that the window, the current state of the window is closed. But this sentence pattern expresses that that window is closed because someone has closed that window. So let's go back on our previous examples. The example number 1. Tsukue no ue ni memo ga oite arimasu. Tsukue no ue ni memo ga oite arimasu. Now, on top of the desk, there is a note. Oite arimasu from the verb okimasu, to put. So the note is on top of the desk because someone has put the note on the desk. And example number 2. Kalenda ni kongetsu no yotei ga kaite arimasu. Now the schedule of this month is on the calendar because someone has written or someone wrote it on the calendar. So a continuing state resulting from a purposeful action. It means that because of the action of someone, that is the current state of that object. Grammar point number 2, verb te okimasu. So this pattern, the verb te okimasu, indicates that a necessary action or behavior is to be performed by a certain time. So to make it simple, this sentence pattern means that you will do something in advance. Okay? Do something in advance. So example number 7, Ryoko no mae ni kippu o katte okimasu. ryoko no mae ni kippu o katte okimasu. So from the verb kippu o kaimasu, to buy a ticket. So change the verb to the te form katte, from kaimasu to katte. Katte plus okimasu means buy the tickets in advance. And it's also supported on the first clause, ryoko no mae ni. So this is on our previous lesson, the noun no mae ni before the noun, ryoko no mae ni before the ryoko, before the travel, kippu o katte okimasu, I will buy the tickets in advance. Example number 8. Tsugi no kaigi made ni nani o shite oitara ii desu ka? Kono shoryo o yonde oite kudasai. So the first person asked tsugi no kaigi made ni. So once again, made ni states a deadline. So kaigi, tsugi no kaigi made ni, by the next meeting or before the next meeting. Nani o shite oitara ii desu ka? From nani o shimasu ka? Nani o shite okimasu ka? What should I do in advance? Nani o shite oitara ii desu ka? The sentence pattern, the verb tara ii desu ka, asking someone for his opinion or advice. Okay, so nani o shite oitara ii desu ka? What should I do as a preparation? So from shite okimasu, doing something in advance. So as a preparation before the next meeting. And the other person answered, kono shiryo o yonde oite kudasai. So kono shiryo, this document. Yonde oite kudasai, from the verb yomimasu, to read. Yonde oite, yonde okimasu, to read in advance. Yonde oite kudasai, please read in advance. Please read these documents as a preparation. So doing something in advance. Next, it can indicate taking some temporary measures or completing a necessary action in preparation for the next time one uses something. So let's look at the example number 9. Hasami o tsukattara moto no tokoro ni modoshite oite kudasai. Hasami o tsukattara moto no tokoro ni modoshite oite kudasai. So hasami o tsukattara, if you remember our previous lesson, the verb tara also means once or after doing the verb tsukattara, after using the scissors. Moto no tokoro ni, to the place or to the place where it's from. So moto no tokoro means the origin or the place of origin of something. Particle ni, because going to that place. Modoshite oite kudasai, from the verb modoshimasu, to bring back something. So moto no tokoro ni modoshimasu, to bring back something to the place of origin or to the place where it is from. Modoshite okimasu, to return something in advance. So this means a preparation for the next time one uses the scissors. So you will use this pattern to tell someone that do this, so in preparation for the next person who will use that scissor. So verb te okimasu. So modoshite oite kudasai, please put them back where they were. Number 3, it indicates keeping a resultant state as it is. So in other words, leaving something as it is. So example number 10, ashita kaigi ga arimasu kara isu wa kono mama ni shite oite kudasai. So the first part of the sentence, ashita kaigi ga arimasu kara. Kara means because. Ashita, tomorrow, kaigi ga arimasu, there's a meeting tomorrow. So because there's a meeting tomorrow, isu wa, the chairs, kono mama ni shite oite kudasai. So the word kono mama means, so the word kono mama can be translated as just like this or as it is. このままにします。Leave this as it is. このままにしておきます。しておいてください。So, 磯はこのままにしておいてください means leave those chairs as they are. Okay, このままにしておいてください。So, if you want to tell someone that just leave those things or just leave those chairs as it is or as they are. So, you will say, このまま or you will point そのまま。そのままにしておいてください。Leave them as they are. And example number 11. そこに置いておいてください。そこに置いておいてください。So even without using the word このまま, this sentence そこに置いておいてください also means that leave those things or leave it there as it is because the verb 置きます means to put. So just put it there. 置いておきます the verb 置きます then the type form 置いて plus the 置きます plus ください so 置いてください so just like saying or telling someone just leave it there 置いてください Grammar point number 3 MANABU plus affirmative sentence. On our previous lessons, we've already discussed the word MANABU, but MANABU plus a negative sentence or a negative verb. MANABU and a negative verb, it means not yet done, not yet finished. And in this lesson, we will use the affirmative verbs or affirmative sentence. MANABU plus affirmative sentence, it means still. So for example, MANABU tsukaimasu. The word tsukaimasu means to use. MANABU, so still use. I will still use it. MANABU tsukatte imasu. I am still using it. So example number 12. MANABU ame ga futte imasu. MANABU ame ga futte imasu. So from the verb ame ga futte imasu, it is raining. So if we add the word MANABU, it is still raining. The word still. Example number 13. Dougu wo katazukemashou ka? He answered, Mada tsukatte imasu kara, sono mama ni shite oite kudasai. So someone asked, Dougu wo katazukemashou ka? Shall I put the tools away? So dougu means tools. The verb katazukemasu, to put things away. So he said, Mada tsukatte imasu kara. So the verb tsukatte imasu, using. Mada tsukatte imasu, I'm still using. Kara. So because I'm still using it, sono mama ni shite oite kudasai. So once again, the sono mama ni shite oite kudasai. Just leave them where they are. So don't forget the difference between the MANABU and a negative sentence and the MANABU and a positive sentence or affirmative sentence. Grammar point number 4, toka. So toka is used in the same way as ya in listing instances of something. If you remember our previous lessons, the noun ya, so stating things or list of things without mentioning all of those things on the list. Just mentioning 2 or more things. And it is more colloquial than ya. So toka is more colloquial than ya. Or it's more casual than the particle ya. And may also be used after the final noun on a list. So in this way, we will use the toka in example number 14. Donna sports o shiteimasu ka? So desu ne. Tennis toka, suiei toka. So the one person asked, Donna sports, what kind of sports o shiteimasu ka? What sports do you do? So before answering to a question, you can use so desu ne. So it means that you're still thinking of your answer. So he answered tennis toka, suiei toka. So noun toka, noun toka. So listing instances of something. Just like saying etc. or and so on. So he said, I do tennis, I do swimming, and some other sports. Grammar point number 5. Particle plus the particle mo. When mo is attached to a noun, which the particle ga or the particle o is already attached, the particle mo replaces the particle ga and the particle o. When another particle such as ni, de, kara, made, or to is already attached to a noun, we will add or append the particle mo to those particles. If the other particle is particle e, then mo either replace or appends to the particle e. So you can replace the particle e with the particle mo, or you can add the particle mo to the particle e. So just like in this example number 15, remember that the particle mo is the word also. So hokani mo iro-iro arimasu. So the word hokani means others. So for example, iro-iro arimasu, iro-iro means various or different types, different things. Arimasu, there are also various or different hokani, other things. Particle mo as well, hokani mo. There are other things as well, or other things also, iro-iro arimasu. So let's go back to the explanation. The particle ga and the particle o will be replaced with the particle mo. So just like on our previous lessons, if we say anime ga suki desu, I like anime, and you will say manga mo suki desu, I like manga also. So you replace the particle ga with mo. Or you will say sushi o tabemasu, tempura mo tabemasu. So replacing ga with the particle mo and replacing particle o with particle mo. Example number 16. Doko e mo ikimasen. Doko e mo ikimasen. So, as I've said earlier, you can replace the particle e with the particle mo, or you can add the particle mo to the particle e. So in this sentence, the particle e can be removed or can be used together with the particle mo. So you can say doko mo ikimasen or doko e mo ikimasen. Lesson wa ikaga deshita ka? I hope you learned a lot in today's lesson. If you have questions, you can leave a comment below, and also you can follow me on my Instagram account. Please subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our future lessons. Dewa, mata ne. Bye-bye.